Alright everybody, welcome back to SketchCraft Live. Art tips. I don't know what I'm going to call this. Something
Tater
helping.
tips.
Tater
tips.
Tater tips. Welcome, Brandon.
Yay, that's me.
Tater. You're not helping yourself.
Not at all.
Remember, you helped in this. You were complicit. Alright, I think you just don't have a choice. Alright, so what are we doing? So this right here is a commission that Brandon is currently
finishing.
Currently working on.
Art is hard.
Art is hard. So we need to go over some stuff. Sorry, let me mute my mic real quick.
You didn't mute your mic.
No, they can't hear it. So, all right. I mute the mic on the stream, not Skype. Anyhow, so what are we going to do here? Well, let's go over this background first off. So a problem you have right now that we need to work on is your blending of background colors is piss poor. The black hat you did wasn't much better. This is something you're going to have to work on the weekend. You're going to have to start making gradients and start learning how to blend your colors, because I just don't think you know how to. You know, I can sit here and say do it this way, do it that way, but it's not something you're very good at right now. So I'm going to give some suggestions, and then I might have to turn on the camera and we might have to practice some of this so you can see. So make sure you're looking at the stream. So this is what I went and did quickly with Photoshop, just to kind of give you an idea what it should look like. I'm going to flip back and forth, give it a second. I thought we would do it more in steps, but that right now is not something I'm going to focus on with you. We're just going to focus on clean blends, you know?
Okay.
The way to achieve this, first off, would be to start using some of that lime green that you have going on. The lightest green, which is like, what is that, Puce? Or is that Bryce?
That is the middle color. I used a Buttercup.
Yeah, I know that. What's the color next to it?
Green Bice.
Yeah, you're going to want to take the green Bice and go over the Buttercup. Now, let's just practice really quick. So we know what that looks like. Let me jump to the real-time drawing. I'm going to have to move this cup out of the way. Let's jump over, because I got a bunch of this paper you're using. And we can kind of practice and see what this looks like. Real time, and let's turn that, and let's jump right over. Pull that out, down, and get this set up. So let's grab the Buttercup. I needed to get a barium yellow. Buttercup's too dark for doing these things. Barium yellow is Y00. Told you we got to move you to the 00s.
Yeah. I told you what happened last time. I went to the art store over here and they were out of everything, so I had to order them online.
Dick Blick.
Yeah. It's right at the last batch, but I was like, well, I needed that C9.
What's the green interior green? Is that a Bryce? What is it?
The
that YG21?
Buttercup, and then Green Bice.
YG01, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to recreate this. And if I go over, what does that do? Kind of muddies it up a little bit, doesn't it? But It looks that way at first. Let's see what happens when it dries. I really want you to kind of pay attention to what I'm doing just so you can make certain.
All right.
Now we're gonna let that dry for a second, and I'm gonna pull over these color pencils we got here that I know you have. Let's see what else we can do. From now on, let's start using these. These are your friend. Get up there, keyboard. All right, so using the same basic technique, let's go ahead and recreate this problem you have there, and then because right now you have too much yellow. It's too much yellow back there. Try using some of these color pencils. See what happens. Blend. Try yellow. What's the next green over? What darker green are you using?
GO2.
Why aren't you getting much contrast with your GO2? Is it dry?
I don't think so.
Because look how much contrast I immediately get, and your shit is just totally washed out.
Let me see once yours catches up. Well, after I was all done, I I took I think I took the bice over it again or something because and then I tried the
That ain't
where's
it.
it at? I tried the BG02 over some of it
Why
because
would you do that?
I was trying to because when I went to when I looked at it in Photoshop and I used the color picker, it had kind of a bluish turquoise look to it that I don't have that kind of.
BG72?
I don't have that.
Ooh, it's BG02.
It's a new blue. It's called
I
new
have
blue.
BG49 and BG72. I don't have a BG02.
Right. It's like the one just above B00, but I didn't have that.
Don't go getting colors because they're close. You just don't get the fucking color. Because these colors that are close work completely different.
All right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand it now.
Yeah, because when you put this over there, you're just going to get shit olive green, dude. So that's what you got, is shit olive green. Which completely takes away from the spooky, ethereal greens I was trying to go for. Right? You end up in camo colors.
Yes. Well, I don't have the colors you have, so I thought I could come close to it.
No, you got to get the colors I got and then go get it, you know? Now, you might be able to blend using one of the, like this green here. Well, these are transparent mediums, so the blues go over it, they're going to become something else. They're going to become green because it went over a yellow. They're not opaque. Do you understand that? See what happens when I put this really bright blue over this green? What happens? It becomes dark green immediately because they're transparent. You know, you're used to using like acrylics and stuff where you just put a color over there and that's your color.
Right.
Doesn't work that way. None of that's going to work. Out of curiosity. Pure curiosity. No. I gotta recreate. Every time I experiment, I gotta come back over. Sort of recreate the conditions, right? We could solve, let's see, so I use this. It's not really gonna help you much. You're in a bit of a pickle. There may not be much you can do. Let me see. So if I go, I throw this color down, and then I throw the buttercup back down. I have to refill these soon. Kind of blend, and it creates that kind of smudgy color. And then I take GO2 on the edge. I think you should go over all of the buttercup with the YGO1
Okay.
because we need less yellow first off. And then with the GO2, you're going to probably have to go back over with the GO2 along the edges
Okay.
to strengthen it. And then you can blend that edge out a little bit into the green base using your color pencil, the leaf green 9201. If you look, you just take the edge and you just lightly blend the edge in.
Between the GO2 and the Bryce.
Yeah. And then right in the center, it may not help at all, but you can grab the light yellow glaze color pencil. See if you can't just put something in there to kind of fill in the gaps. I don't know if that's going to help much. Probably won't, but it won't hurt either, you know?
Right.
That's not going to work. And then you got to go right along the edge and make certain once it's dry with your 02 and make sure it's all the edge. That's probably the best you can hope for. And then just chalk it up to a learning curve. Because what it really needs to be
Yeah, I'm not good at picking my own colors.
I'm
I don't
not beyond
understand.
picking the colors, is blending them too. We got a problem with, you know,
Right.
like is if you have that barium yellow. If you look, wait till it catches up, you'll see when you use the barium yellow and the leaf green, you get that nice light yellow core. fill this back up. So, when's your next commission money?
I don't know, but I could spend some money. It's fine.
We need YG. We need these Y zeros. Write this down. Y00. B 3 zeros. At the very least, you need those two.
Okay.
And we'll just start with those two for now. And maybe, nah, just start with those two. Those two we need from you.
Okay.
And a G 000. Make sure you get one of those.
All right.
And then next time we get together for this con, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, man. We gotta make a trip where you come down here and I go up there. We have to compare all these markers and go through your shit. Con's not gonna be the best time. I'm gonna have to talk to the wife. See if we can't make a trip out that way. I got family that wants to see me anyhow, so.
Yeah.
So if we take this green Bryce, and then we're using the Y00, it's light enough to blend that right out. We get that nice core. And then let's see what that G02 on the edge. You want to color with the tip of the marker. Come back in with the Bryce. Very faintly. And then back with the Y00 just to blend that edge out. Wow, it's still wet. And that's what you should end up with. The buttercup is too dark.
Hmm.
It's just too dark, man. It's gonna be muddy in the center. Yeah.
Well, I'll fix it using the.
And then once that's done, you could then if you wanted to blend that edge out, that's when you use that color pencil, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now you're using color pencils to blend the edges out a little bit, right?
All right.
And then I have this other color pencil. It doesn't come in the set. I got separately. Yellow lemon. Yellow lemon.
Fancy.
We'll have to get you on some of these other colors. Anything I adopt, you have to adopt. You have to have basically a dual set.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't want to hear how you don't have a color.
Right.
I'll fill in all these little areas right here and just blend it through.
Well, at least I can fix it a little bit with the one you did on the bottom left, you know?
A little bit, but it's still going to be muddy. It's going to see this mustard yellow in the center. That's what it looks like to me, is a mustard yellow. You know? So, we just got to hope that, it works somehow. I don't know. Looks like mustard yellow to me.
I think at least I think the guy will be happy with it.
Don't like that. So let's go back to the Cintiq. So, that over. So, the hope was for something more like this. But, I don't know. Also, under the gun, it needs to be dark. We covered that already.
It's dark.
Okay. Wait till it catches up and see how I did it.
I thought I'd. So what, like a C5 or a C7?
Just however, this back finger is dark, right?
Yeah.
That dark.
Alright.
And on the inside of the gun, too. Then the heel would be lighter because it's by the light. But that
Okay.
little inside grip, like in between the two fingers,
Mm-hmm.
there's that inside grip right there. Like that would be dark. It'd come all the way down.
Gotcha.
And I need
Alright.
to get you on this other white stuff, the Dr. P.H. Martin's bleed proof white. It's better. A little
Okay.
trickier to use, so we'll have to cover that. But
Yeah, right now I'm using the Winsor Newton calligraphy.
I know, and it serves a purpose, but I'm telling you to use this other stuff. So if you can get
Alright.
that, see if that can fit in the budget. If not, then we'll just have to wait.
I still need to get a quill tip, maybe. Or maybe I'll just keep using the
Why?
liner. I'll keep using the liner.
Why do you
That's
use the
joking.
liner?
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
Is that your idea of a joke?
Ha 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 ha. JK.
Mm-hmm. AF.
Ugh.
Mm. You have any other questions, Brandon?
Nope.
Why don't I believe you?
Nothing that I could think of. I mean, you
Just put my color pencils away.
as always, these tips have been informative and show me how far I gotta go still. Long, long ways.
Yeah, well, people pay money for this stuff.
Right.
I'm unsympathetic. All right, everybody. That's Tater. What were you saying? This
Tater tips.
Tater tips. It's the Leadheavy workshop. Tater tips with Mega Potato James.
And if anybody would like to see the progress of this or comment or anything, you could see it all on my Instagram at Leadheavy. And you
Yep,
could,
links are below. Go right to his Instagram. Check that out. Nifty signature. Look at that. Jammy.
no, James. I just
Mm.
my E and my S kind of just blur together.
Very, very impressive.
Hasn't changed since I think I've been 10. It just I'm consistent.
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. Say goodbye, Brandon.
Bye bye.
Tater tips.
This has been Tips for Tater. Tater tips.